Good morning. Let me just wait to see until we're live. And I think we should be ready to go. Good morning, everybody. I'm Carl, as you all know. I'm the founder of Meet Magic. And one of the things that I've been thinking about recently is putting something on. Hold on, I've got too much bit of feedback. One of the things I've been thinking about recently is all of the opportunity that exists within the cohort of executives that we have available to meet with. And there's over 1,000 executives in almost 5 countries now, as we're starting to look to open up America. But one of the things I wanted to do, it woke me up this morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, there I am, stark upright, thinking, shit, how can we do better to help people understand the opportunities that exist in New Zealand? And I'm looking at a list here on my other screen, and there's over 100 executives, and they are CEOs, CTOs, CIOs of some of the biggest companies in New Zealand. And Brendan Pongia, who's our ambassador over there, has done an amazing job to help us get access to these execs. And so what I wanted to do was just give you a quick 10-minute chat about how to expand into New Zealand without stepping foot there. And I mean that by without stepping foot there. And what we've done with Meet Magic is we've created a platform. It's called it Business Intelligence. As a vendor, you're the intelligence, and we're combining that with influential minds, and we're doing business for good. So it's basically an exclusive network for executives to gain insights and to do some networking and make a social impact at the same time. But these are the best connections you'll ever have. And I'll show you in a little minute just some of the impact that we've made over there in New Zealand. But this is really a video that's aimed at marketing teams, sales directors, leaders, venture capitalists, people that are looking to open up a new market. As you know, when a venture capital firm is on an A round or a B round for expansion, they have to go into new countries. Now, my philosophy is, rather than putting a salesperson on the ground, $200,000-$300,000 a year, and then having them go off and try and make that happen, one of the easiest things to do is to have meetings via our platform. You're not even stepping foot in the country, but you're actually having meetings with execs to understand how your product is going to fit into their world. And that, I think, for me, is a really easy way of doing business. And by the way, this is not just me saying this. This is Gartner. This is McKinsey. So the big agencies are all saying that this is the next 2 or 3 years for the way B2B decision makers are going to be engaging. Now, one of the hardest things for marketers to do is to be able to attribute anything that you've done back to its source. And I think it's very difficult for you to do that. So only a small percentage can actually attribute the value of an activity back to its source. And I think, one of the things that Rory Sutherland, who's our chief evangelist, says is that the greatest form of marketing is where people who weren't planning to buy your product pay a full price for it. Yet the feeblest form of marketing is to get people who were going to buy your product to buy it quicker and to pay less for it. So I think there's something to be said in that quote. But there are 2 parts to digital marketing. This is the future of what they're saying is how people are going to be engaging. They want self-service. So there's a targeting of those people that you want to talk to, and then there's the actual digital delivery of that conversation. So I'm going to show you how you as a company can open up a new country like New Zealand, and I'll put a link in the demo, a link to the demo, what I'm going to show you in a minute, in the comments. There's a list of all the executives that are based in New Zealand that are available to me. And these are, like I mentioned before, they include CIOs, CTOs, CISOs, CEOs of companies that have between 50 and 10,000 employees across all sectors. So from banking, healthcare, tech, insurance, utilities. So for any All Blacks fans, you'll also notice in that list, so Graham Henry, probably the best rugby coach on the planet, he's available to me. And just imagine, the impact that Graham can have if you hired him for your team meeting. I mean, it's just some amazing opportunities. But let me just show with you this little demo. And before I do the demo, I'm going to share with you, see if I can present my screen. There's something that just came through a couple of weeks back, which I want you to read, because this is the proof in the pudding. This is from one of our clients. Hopefully it comes up. This is one of our clients who came back to us. There's an update from Kiwibank. They had a meeting with the CEO of Kiwibank. Amazing. A quick email to provide you an update. We were delighted to sign a 7-figure deal with Kiwibank last week, their customer experience program. The meeting with Steve was invaluable, and we love that we raised money for a great cause rather than spending it on traditional marketing. Now, show me one place where you can get that sort of feedback from a single meeting. This is the power of what Meet Magic is delivering right now, and it's really quite exciting. I'm going to show you this walkthrough as a demo. So for any vendors, any marketing teams, anybody out there, any CEOs that are thinking about sponsoring the next conference to get you 1.2% ROI, have a think about that for a second and think whether or not that $20,000 will be better spent having 20 meetings with 20 executives. Because honestly, if you can't sell your product in 20 meetings, you've got more than a sales problem. And I think there's a place for conferences. There's a time for them, definitely, not putting them down. But I think if you want to go and have some quick conversations about how your product can help solve problems for certain people, this is how it's going to work. So this is the demo I'm going to share with you. It's just a couple of walkthroughs to show you how this thing all works. At the end, there's a list of execs and 2 case studies. You will have to put your email in, caveat that, or should I say alert on that, because we're not going to share it with anybody. And if your email is your business email is what we're looking for, so I want to have a chat with you about that afterwards. So this is how it works. Log on to meetmagic.org. Very, very simple. Anyone can do that. And you click enroll at the top up here. This is where you've got to tell us who you are and why. We've got to make sure that we're a fit for each other. Okay. So when I say no more cold calling, we're pretty serious about that. This is a platform for executives. And we're going to show you how you can get time with executives without pissing them off and without bothering them with emails and spam and so on. So imagine you're on the platform. Once you're approved, you get new matches every single day. We're going to give you up to 10 matches. That's it. So here's 4 execs in New Zealand that you've been matched with. Brian, the Chief Technology Officer from Loyalty New Zealand. Your ideal persona, because you've told us what kind of people you want to meet with. We're going to match you with them. Once you've been matched, you can then write a message to that executive. And obviously what we want you to do is tailor-make something, hyper-personalize it, read the person's bio, and really write a personal message to show that you've done your research. Send that off, but only once you've paid your fees. Obviously, we're a business. Use your marketing budgets to open the doors. I was recently reminded about my career and how I started. I was knocking on doors, selling cable television for Optus TV as a backpacker. This was how I started. It's kind of funny. I started my life knocking on doors, and now I'm opening them. So it's come full circle. So use your marketing budgets. It is categorically the best ROI on the planet, and I'm not joking about that. I don't know anywhere you can go and get pipeline and opportunities quicker, cheaper than what we're doing here at Meet Magic. So once you've got all these matches coming in, and if you're not interested in any of them, just hit the dismiss button, and like magic, we'll send you a new one. And so this is the whole idea about the matching. So we're using AI and algorithms to match you every single day. So you, as new execs come in from different places, you'll be matched with them as well. The best thing is, this is the salesperson's dream. I don't know any salesperson that doesn't want this on the planet. You wake up, just put yourself in the picture here. You wake up in the morning, you come downstairs, you make a cup of tea, you sit down, you open up your laptop, and then you realize that some exec has just put some time in your diary. Have a think about that. That's completely flipped how you go to work. You now not having to pick up the phone, spam people, have your SDR pick up the phone and cold call and piss people off. You've now got the exec putting time in your diary because they want to meet with you for a conversation based on the fact that you've also matched with them. So very, very cool way to actually come together. On the time of the call, on the day, the best thing is you can now click on the Meet Magic video and actually have that video great way. We actually mandate stories, no demos. No one cares about your data lake unless it's got a boat on it. So no hard selling, because there's nothing worse. Nobody wants that. And a pro tip here, I learned this from Peter Baines. If you ask for money, you might get some advice. But if you ask for advice, you might get some money. So have a think about that as an approach, because nobody wants to be sold to anymore. We've actually put some CEOs on here in podcasts, so you can click on these and have a listen to how CEOs want to be engaged with. So value for you as a salesperson, as a marketing person, to understand how to engage with senior leaders. Very, very cool. At the end, like I mentioned, the best ROI globally. No one can convince me otherwise. And I'm biased, yes, but I've seen the results that we're getting from these meetings. I've seen the results from, like I just showed you. We've got case studies here. One of the case studies has told us the biggest deal they've ever done in their life. So if you can find a way to do better business faster, let me know. But without stepping a single foot in New Zealand, you can now go and meet with executives, get your business sorted out, and see if it's going to be a fit for the market over there without actually going there. Okay, so that's my little thing for, what day is it? It's Thursday. If anyone's got any questions, come back to Vicky or to Rebecca and the team, and we'd be more than happy to have a chat with you. This is a really exciting opportunity. The fact that you can go and have meetings with executives very, very simply, very, very easily, without any fuss, I think is a brand new way to do business. And like I mentioned before, marketing has never been as a CEO, I would never allow marketing to do anything that isn't attributable back to its source. And if you can now come and have 10 meetings with Meet Magic, you will know guaranteed straight away if you've got pipeline or an opportunity. That's it. And often those opportunities, or that pipeline, turns into opportunity, which is closing business. So thanks for your time this morning, and I am out of here. See you later.